AWOLNATION has been a long time coming. It's been a long journey to get to this point. One which I didn't know would result to where we're at now. But I was in all sorts of different bands leading up to this point. I had always done the band thing with, you know, 3 other writers in the band. And so sort of after, you know, doing that my whole life, the last band, Under the Influence of Giants, I think it was the drummer was the first to decide to leave. We had kind of had a bunch of ups and downs, signed to a major label, you know, thought we were going to sell millions of records and be the next thing, and of course it didn't happen, just like the other bands I was in as well. At that point it was time for me to start to do my own song. After putting out a second major label record with the Giants, first being a band called Hometown Hero, I was just wondering if maybe I just wasn't supposed to be doing music anymore, you know, because I had had my heart broken, you know, a couple times with trying to put out a record, and you know, it was never about money or anything. It was just I just wanted as many people to hear these songs I wrote as possible, and be able to make somewhat of a decent living doing what I loved. I was in such a low point of confusion that the only place to go was in an extreme, epic, ambitious way with my songwriting. Whether or not people like it, that's for them to decide, but I can guarantee you the record's ambitious. I just started writing these songs on my own and recording them on my own and playing most of the instruments myself. And after Sail, I think, and a song called Burn It Down, and probably GFS, is when I decided to actually call it something, which was AWOLNATION, and then, you know, sort of the rest is history. We knew that in Austin, that a station called K-Rocks were playing Sail a bunch, and that it was blowing up on the phones, which didn't seem true. And we went on stage and people went ballistic. It was sort of the first, like, if I could say, Beatles moment I've ever had, where people were just losing their shit, you know. And when we played Sail, they were singing it louder than the PA system could hold my voice. So right then I go, there may be something going on with the song, and there may be something going on with this project that people are into. It's probably the strangest thing that's ever happened in my whole life, that song. I was in a really low point in my life, like I was mentioning before, where I wasn't sure what to do. I had no money at all, writing pop songs for these like vanity projects where we get a couple $100 a song. And you know, I didn't put like that much effort into those pop songs that I was writing at the time. I was just trying to stay in music, you know, and not give up, I guess. And me and Kenny, my keyboard player, he was engineering at the studio, and we were sitting there, and I'm like, you know what, man, let's do something we like, you know. So I pulled up a string sound, came up with the little like kind of movie sounding epic little string line, and then put a beat to it, added a low synth thing, and then he went and got us a couple drinks. I think we needed some whiskey, I think, at the time. And by the time he came back, I'd sang the whole song and written the lyrics. They just came out of me, and it was a total fluke, and it was an accident. And still now, I can't believe that's the song that's on the radio. So it's one of those stories that I would always hear from other bands where, you know, they're like, oh, we had this one song, we never thought it'd be the single, and then that blows up and that's the single. Well, that actually finally happened to me for once.